Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Romer, and this is Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice, and it's my first ever playthrough of Spirit of Justice. And so far, we've been getting to some very serious situations already. Like, this has been already starting off pretty fast. And we're in the first trial. Let's see what we can do now with this cross-examination that we can possibly do here.
Accused, state your name and occupation again, if you would.
I'll be Urgate. I'm in training to be a monk, and I'm a tour guide too.
Working hard. This poor kid shouldn't even have to work. Oh my god.
Why me? Now where were we?
Judge, this is your job. Cross-examining the defendant, your majesty. It's gonna be hard to not say your honor, right?
Right, let's do that then. And the defense attorney's assistance, I might add.
Again, this disdain they have for defense attorneys. He sounds a little dispirited. His wife must have given him a piece of his mind, a piece for mind.
Well, the defense had better get to it, and make it quick if you please.
The defense, and again, it's like in quotes, right? Mr. Wright, I don't know, I didn't know you were a lawyer. It's okay, don't worry about it. I am, and I'm here to defend you, Albie. Don't worry. All you have to do is tell the truth, and you'll be all right. That's great advice. Phoenix looks fantastic here. Yeah, Phoenix looks fantastic here. I don't know what it is. Maybe I don't think he has the same design, of course, but maybe it's just different animations as well. But he's always looked good. But I think he looks great here.
You tricked me.
We tricked you? What?
If I knew you were a lawyer, I wouldn't have given you that tour. Why? Give back the Magatama I gave you yesterday. Do you have a problem with lawyers? You're not a fan of them?
Oh, this poor kid looking sweating like crazy. Ali, what's gotten into you?
Don't talk to me. You disgust me.
So he has a definite problem with lawyers. Maybe it's again the culture of against defense lawyers, right? The people in this place seem to not like defense lawyers. Now even Albie's against me. But why?
This must be a new experience for you, Mr. Wright. Being loathed by a client.
We've had some very crazy clients before. Albie, even if he does hate me, is definitely not the craziest client we've had. By a long shot.
Now then, accused, please give the court your testimony.
I wonder if it is something to do with the fact that everyone hates defense lawyers here. Everyone despises them. I wonder if it is that.
The incident occurred around noon, during the break between the morning and the afternoon dance of devotion. I want you to tell the court what you were doing around that time.
All right. He always goes to the dance of devotion, though, right? He always does. Oh, new UI as well. Interesting. The accused account.
I didn't kill Mr. Roll,
and I didn't steal the treasure, I believe you.
I'm not allowed to go anywhere near the treasure room.
And again, I believe he respects that tradition as well. Cool track. It has that same determined feeling of a cross-examinations before, but it feels a little bit more elevated, epically, I guess. And it's probably using some more traditional instruments as well.
I never even seen that treasure box with the green Chinese butterfly on it. When the incident happened, I was in the hallway planning out my tour route.
Oh my god, I feel so bad for this kid.
Were you well acquainted with the victim?
Yes, he used to chat with me whenever we ran into each other in the temple. Mr. Roll was a monk in training when he was a kid too, you know.
I bet Albie looked up to him.
We had to give that up and go to work when his family needed money. That's why I became a guard. At least that way, he could still stay at the temple. He was so proud when he was put in charge of the guarding the treasure box. He even got to carry the box to a place, the palace for the New Year's rite.
The victim's parents apparently both died relatively young, so Mr. Roll had to support his younger brothers and sisters as well.
That's a hard situation to be in as well, isn't it? To have to support the younger siblings of your family as well. It puts so much pressure on you almost instantly, right? The weight falls on you and you can't even truly get to grow and mourn in the way that you want to. You have to because other people are depending on you now, which isn't all, it's not nice for the person involved, but of course they felt like they probably had to.
But even his job as a security guard, I'm sure things couldn't have been easy on him.
No, not at all. Not at all. It sounds like his circumstances and Albie's were very similar, and that's probably what he was able to look up to, right? It's the idea that Albie's also providing money for his family too. And again, in situations where they shouldn't have to, but it seems like that's where they ended up.
Mr. Roll encouraged me to never give up. Oh, that's so sweet as well, isn't it?
There's no way he would have done something to him, right? There's no way. I mean, we know this because the guy framed him. We know this, but I'm saying, like, I'm saying right in terms of, like, come on, court, Come on, like. Albie, you train hard to make sure you become a monk on one day. Oh my god. Again, it makes so much sense that he would look up to this person, right? That he would look up to him. It makes so much sense because he relates so much to what happened with his family as well. Don't end up like me. Oh my god, no, what the hell? So Roll had like Pat Roll had like a feeling that maybe his life had, again, that makes sense that he maybe felt like his life didn't go the way he wanted it to, and he's trying to make sure that Albie didn't feel this way too. He was always cheering me on in my training and in my tour guiding business too. Oh my god, this is dire. Why in the world would they kill a nice man like that? Exactly.
Yes, I see. You express yourself well. Defense, now that you've heard the accused account, are you finally satisfied? If so, let's draw this to...
You need to stop. Draw this to an expeditious conclusion. That's not how this works. Again, I understand they haven't had defense attorneys in a while, but we actually have to, like, talk to him now. But your majesty, I haven't even cross-examined the defendant yet.
That wasn't the end of it. It's been so long I don't really recall what this cross-examining thing is all about.
The fact that he thought it just ends on him pleading his case and he gets guilty anyway. A judge who doesn't know what the cross-examination is. It's very different, right? What fresh hell is this? I mean, we already had problems with judges, like, for being very silly, but now we have, like, a silly judge who also, like, is, in a different situation where, like, he had a different, like, there's just cultural differences. There's laws that are different.
I really do wish I could remember how it works.
Should I give the judge a refresher on cross-examination? I think it's fine, right? I think it'll be okay. Usually I'd be like, well, or should we? No, because I think we're fine. No, let's see, maybe for the dialogue. Because I genuinely think that we'd be able to do this, no problem. We played, like, how many games at this point? Unless there's something new. Yeah, we might as well. Why not? I guess it better, or we'll never get anywhere. Your Majesty, please allow me to explain the procedure. First, we lawyers listen carefully to witness testimony. Phoenix looks gorgeous here. Look at him. Determined look on his face. Then we use R1 to... Yeah, okay, yeah. It's a tutorial for us as well. And why would you do that? To find and present any evidence that's inconsistent with the statements given.
Present? I certainly don't need any gifts from you. He's like, oh, I don't want nothing.
I'm glad we did this so we got this funny dialogue as well. Clearly something is getting lost in translation with his magistry. This is a cool track as well. The point is, it's possible that a statement could contain a lie or a mistake.
But what do you do if you can't find any inconsistency with the witness testimony? You press, right?
In that case, we may press L1 to witness the witness for more information. It's a very inquisitive song, isn't it? It's almost like people in a lab, like, going over evidence. Pressing a statement might reveal new information or even entirely new statements.
Presenting evidence is one thing, but pressing witnesses? I'll have you know, defense, that I do not allow violence into my courtroom.
Again, it's so funny how, like, they just never had something like this, so he just doesn't know what this is whatsoever. Rest assured, only gentle verbal pressure is used. No physical force involved.
Well, I'm not convinced. After all, who knows what sort of tactics an attorney will resort to? One false move and I'll call the bailiff.
Yeah, something definitely is getting lost in there. For now, I should just focus all my energy on questioning Albie. Yeah, so we know all that stuff.
I'm comparing his statements with the information in the court record.
Okay, so let's read through this again. Oh, this adorable boy. Oh my god. And now it's red for the cross-examination. The accused account. Okay, let's read through all this again. So, oh, look at the symbols up in the corners like Magatamas. I didn't kill Mr. Roll and I didn't steal the treasure. Yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. I'm not allowed to go anywhere near the treasure room. Should we press this just to be kind of like, to get more information on it? Because we know why he's not allowed, because you have to be of a pretty high ranking thing, but I think having it, maybe it might add something to the court record. You're not allowed to go near the treasure room? Why is that? It's a rule of the temple. They keep a lot of important things in that room.
Yes, like the Founder's Orb in particular. Only a royal family may lay eyes on it.
Didn't Mr. Payne say anyone without a spiritual power would go blind? I heard you wouldn't be blind. I heard you wouldn't be blinded if you just looked at the outer treasure box. But I've never been anywhere near the treasure room. I'm too scared. You've got to believe me. I think he is someone who is like very respectful of this like religion, right? He is very respectful of it, so you would believe that. I've never even seen that treasure box with the green Chinese butterfly in it. So he... Oh... So they're saying he has seen it, I guess? Yeah, I think it's what we have already. So did he present the treasure box? Wait, and the box... Wait, it's actually like, I was gonna say maybe he could have seen the photo in the evidence, but no, it's in black and white. Yeah. Objection! That's our first true objection that we've done. Look at our handsome man. Look at him so handsome. Looking so beautiful. Look so handsome. Look at him. Oh, Albie, why would you lie to me? Because I say he's terrified. I mean, Phoenix, we've encountered this before, but I know, like, in this case, Phoenix just wants him to tell the truth because this case will go easier if he tells the truth. Sometimes defendants don't see it that way because it's one of those situations where, like, if you're a defendant and you're, like, about to be put away forever, the easiest thing you can do is be like, I didn't do that, I didn't do that, I didn't do this. But if you're innocent, you know, telling the truth can help. In some cases, it doesn't in some countries. In some cases, it doesn't. Not countries, courtrooms. I'm just still thinking of the cultural stuff, by the way. It's not some countries. In some courtrooms, some judges won't be as understanding, you know. I don't know what it is. Maybe I don't want, like, it's this episode I'm thinking about this, but he's so pretty right now. he's so pretty. So you say he never laid eyes on the treasure box, is that right?
That's right. It's forbidden, so I'd never do that.
But you saw the color in that case. How did you know there was a green butterfly on it?
Huh? Because I saw a picture of it in that newspaper article.
The newspaper article, do we have that on us? The newspaper in Phoenix Wright anyway, newspapers are sometimes black and white, but I don't remember exactly. Oh, the shake of the head. Nope. That was the photo. Okay. Take another look. These photos are in black and white. You couldn't possibly tell the color of the butterfly is from these pictures. Oh, and I hate that we made him shake, but of course we have to have him tell the truth. We have to, you know, it's for his own good. Hold on, his bag, did it just move? There's something in his bag? Polokuna. I beg your pardon?
Polokuna is a word in Chinese that people use when they're surprised.
Okay, Polokuna.
You just exposed a lie, so this is the power of cross-examination, is it?
I should be the one shocked here by your shocking lack of understanding. Can I say, though, this is probably a good thing that, like, people in the courtroom see that the defense lawyer is also trying to get the truth as well. So even if they hate defense lawyers, at least they have to, like, admit that, like, we found out a lie, we found out an inconsistency, you know?
But just a moment. If the accused was lying, then it just makes him more suspicious than ever.
It does. It definitely does. And it just made things worse for me than ever. Yeah, it does make people more suspicious, but we've had it happen before where our own defendants will lie and we have to point out the truth to them and poke holes in our own stories. It's happened before. It will happen again. Albie, are you hiding something? Please give only true statements. I can't help you if you don't tell the truth. That's exactly right. Albie, it's exactly right, buddy. Darn. I just can't seem to get him to open up to me.
So accused, you have seen the treasure box with your own eyes after all, haven't you?
Well, maybe I did take a peek one time a long time ago when I was cleaning the treasure room.
Okay. That's okay. But you weren't in the treasure room at the time of the incident, right? No, of course. Yeah, you weren't. You weren't.
Of course I wasn't.
Objection.
Oh, no.
That is a lie.
A much darker song now as well, right?
You were most definitely inside the treasure room. On the day of the incident. And I have proof.
Oh, no. He does?
This was found on the floor of the treasure room.
Oh, the scroll, right? It's like a scroll, yeah.
It's a scroll entitled Notice, and it contains a list of temple monk duties. These instructions pertain to the day of the incident.
And what exactly is that supposed to prove?
The accused's fingerprints were found on the scroll.
What? Oh, that's not good at all.
Oh, no. Oh, did he lose it? Oh, look at this animation. He's like, I can't, please just set him free. He's so adorable, please. It's so sad. I must have dropped it somewhere.
Indeed, you must have dropped it when you were busy murdering the victim.
No, I have an explanation already for this. This is my prediction. What happened was, He had the scroll, he dropped it around the temple. Pat picked it up and was going to give it back to him, but he didn't get a chance to, so it dropped right there in front of him, and then the fingerprints were on the thing. Or it could be a situation where the person who framed him picked it up and put it there. Oh, I can't get on. Please, someone do something for him. A notice from the day of the incident. Defendant's fingerprints were found on it. No. Then that means Albie was there on the day of the incident?
Ha ha ha! So this is the power of cross-examination. The more the accused talk, the guiltier he paints himself.
Right now it seems that way, but it's also an attempt to like actually help him as well, if he tells the truth, you know?
Yes, it would seem so, your majesty.
He predicted my argument and had evidence ready to refute it. This is not the same pain. This is a confident pain. This is a pain who is incredibly confident. See, I told you can't trust the lawyers and the lies. Again, that disdain they have for lawyers. Her benevolence already said the kid's guilty. Just declare him guilty and get over with. The gallery is so against us. You'd feel that pressure in here too. No, everything's going all wrong. Please, Albie, I know it's again, it's so easy for me from my perspective to be like, tell the truth. But for him, it's a terrifying situation. Shadow, what do I do, Shadow?
As I suspected, this cross-examination session has served no purpose whatsoever.
No, you're wrong.
But armed as we are with our benevolences in sight, there's no reason to doubt his guilt.
Oh my god. And again, I understand why it's gone this way, because again, there's a difference in this courtroom than the courtroom's been in before. Yes, the other judges tried to end courtrooms, court proceedings early as well, but it's always been like, you know, one of those things where it wasn't this frantic and like, how do I say it? It was never like, because it was never because of a thing that they just don't believe in defense attorney, being a defense attorney in general, or cross-examination in general. It was literally because they, like, you know, would have like another silly reason, but it was a completely different reason. Then I guess I just have to poke holes in the inside of hers.
By the way, this didn't prove to be very interesting at all, Mr. Payne. Nevertheless, I will now finally announce my verdict.
No. Let's go, Phoenix. Wait just one moment, your majesty. I haven't seen the divination séance for myself yet. As the defense have a right to check it, I agree. Look at our handsome man.
Is this really necessary? I have to get home and apologize to my wife.
I guess she really did give him the business. Honestly, like, you know, like, it's, again, from her perspective, it's like, wait, my husband's doing his job? He has a job to do now? What?
Your majesty, I enthusiastically support you having Mr. Wright see the séance.
You too? And why is that, Mr. Payne?
Don't you want to see it? See the lawyer being utterly crushed by the power of the séance? And then watch him tearfully beg for mercy?
Well now.
I'm sure it'll make up for not getting to go to the class with your wife.
It certainly does sound worth seeing, and it'd give me a juicy little tidbit to tell the missus.
He's literally saying, like, oh my god, this murder trial and this séance will be a good thing, a bit of gossip. It'll be a bit of gossip to talk about Phoenix Wright when I get home. I've been reduced to a juicy tidbit. Yeah, you're gossip now, buddy. You're gossip.
Well, Ford Interloper, I imagine you do have to see it for yourself to be convinced. It's certainly unprecedented, but let's have a divination séance performed again. But then right after this tear for begging, I really do have to be going.
The only tear for begging is going to come from the prosecution when we're through. Can you imagine how good it's going to feel to tear down Payne here? We're tearing down a confident Payne. When we beat Payne around now. Now, here's the thing. They've done crazier stuff before, but I don't think they're going to make us... If they make us lose to Payne as, like, the starting trial, that would be insane. Right? That would be, like, an insane turn of events to have us lose to this man.
How pitiful. The defense looks still scrambling to desperately for a foothold. Blissfully unaware that the defeat and despair all await him.
He's so confident now. Stop being confident. We don't like you confident. Well, we do when we beat you, it'll be nice, right? Of course. She's such, yeah, I for a second, I thought when they said you changed, I was like, is that Maya? But she's such a different, like, facial expression even. There she is, her benevolence.
Your benevolence, Rafa Padma Karain. Thank you for coming all this way once again.
Your gratitude is unnecessary. This is simply my duty. Barb-headed attorney, barb-headed. She comes in with these insults again. Yes? I'm told you question the veracity of the sacred divination séance? It would seem the depths of your irreverence and blasphemy are lost on you. Oh my god, she's bringing up the idea of blasphemy against that idea of treason is so important here with these characters, you know, going against their religion. I'm just a foreigner, ignorant in the ways of the customs of this country. That's a good way to put it. I apologize in advance for any rude, for anything rude I might say or do, your benevolence. All I want is a fair trial for Albie. You would imply that the trials of this country are unfair? To explain, outsider. How verdicts founded on truths imparted by the very souls of the dead lack impartiality. What's fair about trials with no defense and no chance for the accused to tell their story?
How dare you speak to benevolence in that manner? I don't put anyone on a pedestal, Judge. Unless it's like, you know, a really cute celebrity.
Oh, she's a really cool cape as well, right? The design is actually really cool. What does he know about anything? Ignorant outsiders here, they're so against us. We won't stand for it. He must be punished. Yikes. Looks like I really stuck my foot in it this time. Phoenix is very brave, though, to go into like a totally different courtroom and defend someone like this as well, by the way. It is a very brave thing to do because, again, not that it's like, I'm saying like, you know, he's not brave for all the stuff he's done up to this point. But going into an entirely different law system and an entirely different court system, and like, you know, and let's be honest here as well, a court system that's dictated by like their religion and their belief and stuff as well, it is a scary thing to do. Look as they're chanting punish him. They want this. They love this. It's near entertainment for them, right? Silence, one and all. Is she standing up for me? No. I don't think that at all. Be not disquieted, my people. He merely expresses his opinion. Oh, okay. Well, looks like her benevolence is going to be more reasonable than I thought. Attorneys are ghastly creatures, with souls stained black by brazen untruths. Oh my god. Some of them maybe. I don't deny that some of them. The words of a lowly worm such as that are not worth trouble. Oh my god, that's what she meant. She's like, don't even get angry over this guy. He's not worth it. And look at the smirk she has as well. Alright, I take that back. That's slamming at the cane again. None of his prattling can sway the truth of my insights. Rest assured, he will soon see the error of his foolish ways.
Now then, your benevolence, the divination séance, if you would.
Certainly. Nena, my robe. Your robe? Nena, oh, that's like her assistant. The color palette, the design is really cool, isn't it? She's going to do it right in front of us here.
Oh, Holy Mother.
Oh?
We hold this divination séance in your name.
I wasn't expecting voice acting at all.
Let the eyes of everyone here be clear and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
The pool of souls. So it's like it's to divine their memories, divine what she sees through their memories. Oh my god, we're getting full like animated cutscenes in the courtroom. What the hell? I didn't expect this at all. Is the pool of souls, I guess? I did not expect a full-on freaking like cutscene within the courtroom at all. And that's that song again, isn't it? It's really well animated as well, right? This dancing she does, like kind of, I guess, like it's more interpretive dance type stuff, like this, you know, I don't know what you call it, but it's very spiritual, right? It gives me chills, it really does. And it's the fact that it's so well animated. Like, it's so well animated. Whoa, you see that sudden change with the jangles of the wrists as well? My god, man. Like, I know this is something we're supposed to be against, like, but like at the same time, too, like we're fighting against, but it's hard not to just look at the art of it and be like, this is like incredible, right? Like, it's a beautiful sequence. And look at the choreo here as well, this dance. Oh my god. It's a stunning sequence. And it's you know what I mean? Like, it's like, yes, this is a detriment to us, but it's hard not to be locked into the art of it and how beautiful it is. And this is probably how she witnesses the memories of those people then as well. Wait, so this is what she's seen? Incense? Song of ceremony, boy's voice. Wait. So is it not that she sees the boy clearly, it's that she sees certain things like emotions here or sense or sounds and stuff, I guess, too? That's interesting. Watch this happen. Did we see this too? An image appeared in the pool.
A final message from the victim's soul. The last communication of his metama.
But like, I'm wondering, like, again, we saw the vision of the boy, but I wonder if it's a thing where it's like, because you know they had like the incense, the boy's voice. Could it be a thing that like, could he have found the body or found him before he died or something? You know what I mean as well? Like, I'm trying to think, like, well, we need to find out more about this. We need to find out exactly how it works.
The divination seance was revealed to us. Just to us.
Benevolence can use her power of spirit communication to project the victim's memories of the last few moments before the demise.
So what we saw in the pool is what Mr. Roll actually experienced?
In the victim's memories, we see the accused raising a weapon over the...
So we do see the image. We see the image, okay.
It's consistent with the findings of the police investigation.
There has to be some kind of mistake. I didn't do it. Albie, if you can tell me if you were anywhere near that room, that would be great. Like, if you were actually, like, did you go there? Did you try to help him? What happened? This looks bad for Albie. Not that we're saying we fully believe in it, but I'm just saying that, like, you know, if it is true, magic has been used before in this game. Like, let's not lie. But it does look really, really bad for us, especially since they believe this 100%, you know? It looks really bad for us.
Now do you see why I'm the incredible pain?
Yes, 100%. You are an incredible pain. More than I can expect. It's true. He is an incredible pain. But even if these really are the victim's last memories, what can I do with them?
There it is. The face of a man being utterly crushed.
Oh, how long have I waited to see this? You know what happened in the vision as well? He was crying. He looked like he was upset, right? If you're some vicious killer trying to kill this person for some reason, like, would you really be crying, you know?
Isn't it wonderfully gratifying, Your Majesty?
Oh, yes, very satisfying indeed. Now you finally convinced Traveler. The accused is most assuredly guilty.
Am I really the only unbiased one here?
Now then, I think we've been amused enough. If you give up now, I won't even invoke the Defense Culpability Act.
Defense Culpability Act?
You'll be free. Oh, is that what we heard? I think we heard that before, right? We'll be in trouble as well. You'll be free to slink back to your own country with your tail between your legs.
Oh, we haven't heard it. Okay, I thought it was like maybe we were going to get punished for something. The Defense Culpability Act, what's that?
What? You mean you honestly don't know?
No. Oh, poor Albie. This courtroom is set up in a crazy way as well, isn't it? It's so interesting. I think it's just because, like, seeing, like, we can actually see the court and we can actually hear from the... well, like, it's not only just the gallery, but it's also the fact that we have, like, a moon pool, like a moon pool, or like a pool in front of, like, a spear pool in the middle of this courtroom as well. What's all the hubbub? All the incense here as well? Well, not only is he lying, black-hearted lawyer, he's also an imbecile. Your Majesty, I think you'd better explain the Defense Culpability Act to him.
Yes, I think I'd better. The Defense Culpability Act, or DC Act for short, is as follows. In the name of Her Eminence, those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty.
What the hell? That is it. That's insane.
In other words, if you help the accused by defending him and if he is found guilty, you will receive the same sentence as he.
You know what this does? If you did something, I guess, where like if you receive the same sentence as your freaking client, this makes people not want to defend anybody, right? Like if you were in this Defense Culpability Act and you had to, like, you know, you have to deal with this, right? The first thing you're gonna do is like, you're gonna not want to, like, defend your client at all. You're gonna get to a stage where defending the client is actually like something that, like, it would be a detriment to you. Then nobody's gonna want to defend a client even if they feel like they're innocent, which would lead to less people wanting to do defense. No wonder that there's less defense lawyers than ever before. Because here's the thing, even if someone is a bad person, right, and we need to find out if they are a bad person, everyone needs a defense lawyer. You know what I mean? They do. They need a defense lawyer. I'm not saying, by the way, evil people do. I'm saying, oh, yeah, poor evil people. But I'm saying that, like, if you do this blanket thing where, like, you defend someone who's been accused and made guilty, then in future, when someone comes along that needs a defense lawyer, people aren't going to do it because it's going to be one of those situations where it's like, well, I don't want to be put in prison. What? What kind of insane law is that? It's insane. It is a detriment to the defense of anyone who could be innocent. It literally, like, it discourages people from defending other people. It's insane. On the DC Act, many of the attorney has been convicted with met with a green. That's insane. It's literally is like so like and look at the guy with the bat on beside him as well. It literally feels so like authoritarian, right? It's so bad. Some went to prison, others received it. What the hell is wrong with you guys? That is so bad. That's why there's so few in our country today who admit to being an attorney. That's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. No wonder they freaking Albie looks down on us as well. Everyone feels this way. Everyone hides the fact that they're attorneys. Oh my god. It's like the discouragement that people would feel to even trying to defend good people. To defend a kid. That is mental. That is as it should be. Sorry, as it should be. The history of our courts proves that. No, in what way? In what way? Explain. Attorneys are black-souled creatures who will tell any lie to save the accused. So, but that seems like it's a blanket statement as well. Yes, there are attorneys who lie. 110%. We've seen it firsthand. We've seen attorneys who've covered stuff up. We've seen that before. Right? But that's a blanket statement to make everything feel better about putting people away. That means for sure in the past like 20 years in this place and even before that, that means 110%. Chances are, if they're doing death penalty and they're doing all this stuff as well with death penalty, putting away for prison for life, even prison for a year, right? The chances are, I would say like, and this is not like a scientific way of looking at it. I would say like a good, at least half of those people were innocent people. Maybe even more. So the fact is that this courtroom has the possibility of like, say there was 10 death penalties that happened. And by the way, I don't agree with death penalties anyway, but like the idea of like, you know, say there was 10 death penalties and chances are 5 of those people didn't even do anything. And then the lawyers as well at the same time too, right? Definitely didn't do anything wrong. So you're talking about killing like, for every 5 people you kill, not even 5 people, every time you kill 10 people, 10 lawyers die too. If you've carried out 10 death penalties and there's 10 defense lawyers, 10 defense lawyers died as well. That's insane. This is absolutely insane. This attorney deserves to be exterminated. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. With the chanting of it in the background too. I never felt so much hostility coming at me from so many sides. It's everywhere. Even the person we're defending looks down on us now as well. Because of how like this culture is, you know, of hating the attorneys. What could have happened to make everyone feel this way? There had to have been one lawyer who told like a really bad lie. There had to have been someone who did something horrible that made them think this way, right?
You fell right into my trap, Phoenix.
Right. Well, you want us to like go away from prison forever?
Your win streak against me and my brother.
Oh, it's his brother who was. Okay.
Ends today. With the séance of the DC Act on my side, I'll finally get my revenge.
So that's why he's so eager to have me defend Al. Yeah, because he wanted you to go into freaking prison. It's not just to prove. Again, it is like also like obviously he wants to be proved that hey, I beat Phoenix Wright. But I think also Sage too. Like that's what it is. It's like he wants him like in prison.
Chased down and humiliated back home, fate brought to me to the foothills of Karain. I thank my lucky stars that I'm a chief prosecutor here now.
Defense, know that if I rule that the accused is guilty, you will go to prison too.
That explains Albie's reaction earlier. Defend me, Mr. Wright? Oh, yeah. Because we talked about this before, like at first it was just like, oh, like, you know, I don't want you to get involved in this, but it's actually like as well, he thought like, if I go to prison, or if I'm put to death, so will Phoenix Wright.
Your Majesty, isn't a prison sentence a bit lenient? After all, we're talking about treason.
And he's using the rules of this religion to his full effect here, Paynas.
One should pay for such a crime once.
You want Phoenix to die because you and your brother were a bunch of crappy lawyers from like, what? It's not America, right? It's like a mixture of America and Japan. They have in like in Phoenix Wright, right? So you were a crappy lawyer from back there.
Yes, I believe the death
Penalty might be appropriate under these circumstances. You all need to take a break. You all need to take a break. The death penalty. You know what? You need to take a break. You all need to have a different perspective. Go on holidays. You're kidding, right? Your Majesty.
Do I look like I'm kidding? I'll have you put your life and your dark tainted soul on the line here.
Death? This can't be happening. The courts of resignation. Our courts are well known as thus. In this land where my seances provide the truth and no attorneys can intervene, criminals know that all they can do is resign themselves to their fate.
Oh, foreign lawyer, ask you once more. Are you sure you still want to defend the accused?
Here's the thing, the answer is 100% yes. Because we will not die, and neither will I'll be, and Payne will be embarrassed, and we will change this place so that they don't hate defense lawyers as much. Maybe we will, I don't know if that part's gonna happen. Of course we're gonna defend him, but that doesn't change the fact that, like, what the hell must be going through, like imagine, like, right now, I'm boiling right now. Can you imagine, like, how Phoenix Wright is feeling? Knowing there's a possibility he might die in this situation? You know? Oh my god, I need to catch several breaths. I need like 10 hours. I need 10 hours. I'll be back in 10 hours. Like, Jesus Christ, man. We're gonna defend. Of course we're gonna continue this. Wait, yeah, of course we're gonna continue. Yeah, Phoenix is gonna continue. There's mind to think in all this too. I can't just lay down my life. Phoenix? What in the world should I do? There was no way in hell I would do anything otherwise. Is this why I became a lawyer in the first place? Oh my god, Phoenix. Wait, is that Phoenix as a baby? Is that baby Phoenix, child Phoenix? You're kidding me. Look at him. He was crying. It seems like no one was on his side here, though. I can't just abandon everything I believe in. I love Phoenix so much. Oh my god. Like, look at him here as well. Like, wincing. It looks like we know when a child tries not to cry, but they're crying really hard. So maybe we're going to learn some more backstory for Phoenix as well. All I can do now is stand firm and fight. Let's go, Phoenix. Because that's what I love about Phoenix as well, by the way. Yes, dying is absolutely terrifying. Of course it is. It's a terrifying thing, right? But I think on top of all that as well, what we have to look at it this way is that, like, you, for a fact, Phoenix, you will die spiritually if you leave here without defending him, and I know you would. You would die spiritually. While Mai would understand, I don't think she'd look at us in the same way ever again, right? I think Trucy would look at us in a different way. Once again, she'd be happy. I hope I'm making clear. They'd be happier that we're alive than dead. I want to make that clear. Of course they would. But I think that forever you would look at yourself in the mirror and you would have been dead that moment anyway. Because of the passion that you have for doing these trials. We've seen this so many times in Phoenix Wright where a moment happens where it reaffirms why, say, Apollo, why Phoenix and other lawyers that we played as well, like throughout the years, do all this stuff. It reaffirms why we do this. They do this because this is what they were born to frickin' do. It's their passion. They don't want to, and he said here, I don't want to leave anyone by themselves. This is what Phoenix Wright was born to do. And I think it's like we saw this in from every game, not just like the Apollo Justice trilogy. Like, I feel like it was reaffirmed in the Apollo Justice trilogy a lot, where because in Phoenix Wright there was a lot of talk of like why I became a lawyer as well, but I feel like in the Apollo Justice trilogy there was like a lot of doubts of why people became lawyers. A lot of people feel like they became, you know, that they like Apollo, for example, had real doubts about the idea of like the justice system, and like if you if he wanted to continue on with this, and he needed someone to help him like reaffirm his like love, his passion for this as well. There was like a lot of that too as well. And I feel like even like, you know, it was like with Athena, there was moments of that too with Apollo too. Like she relates to that also at the same time too. Phoenix relates that too. Sorry, I'm going off a tangent, but I think it's such an important thing that people need to like, we need to talk about a lot. I hope we get to talk about a lot in the comments. There's a big theme across all of Ace Attorney, which is why I became a lawyer. And you see that, as you said, with Apollo, Phoenix, in this saga, at least, with these characters as well, all these lawyers he played as, 100%. With Ryunosuke as well. Like all these characters. Why I did this, why this, I'm not going to abandon somebody. But the themes are so strong with that in the Apollo Justice trilogy. You know? Sorry for going off a tangent, but I'm so passionate about that idea. I think, I'm going to stop now. But yeah, the biggest theme of, I think, of the Apollo Justice trilogy, so far anyway, has been the theme of why I did this in the first place. Why I became a lawyer. I did this to protect people. Don't hold back your tears on my account, and also reaffirming that reason of why we are a lawyer and try to get other people to help them reaffirm that feeling as well.
I mentioned a feat and growl before me that she prosecuted for your life. That's not going to happen.
Objection!
Objection! You get met with an objection! Even if it means being subject to Defense Culpability Act, I will defend Albie. Oh my god, he said even if I die. Even if I freaking die. Mr. Wright. Oh, he nearly fell over. No, Albie. Oh, he fell over with his like cakes throwing up in the air. The defendant insists he's innocent. And not even a divination séance should be accepted without examination. Oh my god, Phoenix. Yes. That's our man. That's our man right there.
Veruca!
But if I'm found guilty, you'll get the death penalty too.
I'm not letting you die. Never. And Phoenix would never do that either. He would never be able to look at himself in the mirror again, ever.
Even knowing that, you still want to defend me?
I don't know what happened in the past, but it looks like everyone in this country considers lawyers to be liars. Yes, something did happen in the past for sure. So I can understand if you don't believe me. This music as well, this reaffirming music. I still believe in you and your innocence. Yes, Phoenix, I love it so much. So all I have to do is keep believing and find the truth. That's all there is to it. Look at that smile as well. Oh my god. These are the moments I love about Phoenix Wright, the reaffirmation of why we became a lawyer. Reaffirming to ourselves why we do this. Believing our client. These are all themes throughout the entire game series. So good.
Bob-headed attorney, you continue to amuse me.
That smirk she has as well, by the way. Though your Bob jabs have proven to be more than mere jokes. Your benevolence? Believe me when I say that this attorney will knock your insides out. What? That's enough?
Insolent, disrespectful attorney. You'll have plenty of time to regret your folly in the Twilight Realm.
Look at this image here as well. Her doing her pose, Phoenix doing his pose. Oh my god, not a wise move travel, not a wise move. Here's the thing. I never claimed to be a wise man. I don't think Phoenix ever claims to be the wisest man in the world either. I don't think Apollo does either. I don't think Athena does either. I don't think Ryunosuke does either. I don't think any of those characters do, right? But you know what? You know what? Determination, that's what Phoenix has. And belief in his clients, that's what he has. And people could say, well, like, you know, I know somebody, I've heard people before be like, oh, it's cheesy whenever he does like the belief in the client stuff. But this isn't cheesy because it's been built up to the entire game. It's been a theme of the entire game. And if you don't follow, it's not, if you don't follow it closely enough, which some people apparently don't, it seems cheesy. But if you love these games, like I think everyone who's watching this does, and I do too, it ain't cheesy. It ain't cheesy at all. It follows an actual line in the story that like you can follow from start to finish of that belief and reaffirmation in that belief. You should have taken a chance I offered you for your life to abandon a kid. Yeah, right. Oh my god, we're back at Ace Attorney. Holy hell, guys. Holy hell. But you have made your choice. The Defense Culpability Act will be applied in this case. Guys, I am amped up for this case. I really am. And Like, I think that, like, nothing gets me amped up more than Phoenix Wright, our handsome man, our beautiful man, our most amazing man, oh my god, standing up on top of this freaking courtroom and saying, I don't care if I die. Like, holy hell. And this verdict, you'll both soon be party with your heads. Are you doing the verdict now? We ain't done, buddy. Look at this. That's so ingrained into the idea of their, like, religious beliefs. And you can say it's not a religious belief, it's a more of a social belief, and I totally would buy that as well, by the way. The souls of the departed speak only of the truth, and I but give their messages and voice. Before we go on to this, what I'm saying is, like, yes, it's not always just religious belief, but I think the religion impacts this as well, and their devotion to this religion is what definitely impacts this. You can say it's social as well, 100%. If you think my insights contain falsehood, I challenge you to prove it. Oh, very confident here as well. Wait, how are we doing this? Insight? How does insight work? Rifa's insight. The accused swung whatever he was holding down at the victim's head. With the pain, the victim's vision went dark. This is when he lost his life. Still, I can't believe it. A murder after the morning dance of devotion? Is that all what she's going to say? These are the victim's experiences just before his death. As the victim's final memories, we can assume they aren't lies. So how do I break this down? We're going to have to find some way of breaking it down. Allow me to relieve you of your ignorance defense. Did you notice the words that appear in the séance vision? Yes, I did. I did actually notice that. Come to think of it, I did see words like Song of Ceremony and Incense. Okay. Song, boy's voice, incense. Okay. The victim's final memories are not limited to the sight alone. So she can hear the Song of Ceremony, he can smell incense, and he can... Wait, though, but you... Wait. It happened after the morning dance of devotion? But wouldn't that Song of Ceremony have been... Wouldn't the song not be heard in the background? Hold on a second. I don't think that's true. I think we had that, yeah. I kind of got that maybe it was that, but I thought it was only that. But yeah, there's something going on here. It didn't happen after, it happened during. Or at least that vision was during, at least. Sight, smell, taste, sound, and touch, all is laid bare in the pool of souls. So what Mr. Roll experienced with his five senses appears in the vision's words, right? Precisely. And by examining these sensations, we can perceive the victim's final moments with unparalleled clarity. Works for me. I can use all the extra information I can get. Now to find a contradiction between her insights and the seance vision. We know a contradiction. Your benevolence, I ask that you please show me the seance vision again. Oh, the smirk she has as well. The smirk is really well animated as well, by the way. Very well. So it's incense. So it's what he can smell is incense. Song of Ceremony is what he can hear, and the boy's voice is what he can hear. But they don't see the actual thing he's holding, right? We can't see it. And he screamed. And there's pain then after that too. Yeah. Wait a minute. Her benevolence said after the morning. Yes. Phoenix, let's go. Yes. Isn't there something off about that? They're definitely doing tutorial level here, but... Oh, wow. It's a whole different UI. The UI is really cool. First, I'll use L to make my way to the inside that seems off. So it's the third one. Or is it the third one? It's this one. Okay. Yes, this is the inside. This is the inside that sounded funny. Now I'll just carefully compare the inside with the seance vision. If I notice a sensation that seems contradictory, I'll select... oh, so we have to pick the actual word itself. This is it. The part of the vision that contradicts the inside. Yes. Now I just select the sensation I think is inconsistent and use triangle to present it.
Objection!
Love this mechanic. Love the UI. Love everything about it. Really, really fun new addition to the game, right? Really cool. I wonder if we're going to have to use that again. I wonder if like Rafe is going to be like one of our people that we're going to be going against a lot. Yes? What is it, Bob, Ted? You're saying the incident occurred after the morning dance of devotion? That's right. What of it? Then isn't it strange that Mr. Roll could still hear the song of ceremony?
Oh my, you're absolutely right.
Yeah. Is that all that troubles you? Oh no, she's gonna have an explanation, isn't she? She is. Huh? What the victim heard was just a practice. Oh no, are you serious? A practice run of the ceremony? Oh, I thought we got something there as well. But I guess since it's a tutorial one, they probably didn't want to give us something really big at that time. Practice run, what are you talking about? Mr. Payne, if you would.
Certainly, allow me to explain. The incident occurred in the interval between the morning and afternoon dances. During that time, the singers were practicing in the performance hall.
Precisely. I was there as well, so I can corroborate this statement.
I see. So what the victim heard was the practice sessions.
Oh no, because that was a really good find there, obviously. But like, obviously, like again, since it was a tutorial type of find. I'm guessing they didn't want us, like, to get the big victory or something, or the big breakthrough on like a tutorial find. But it's okay. There goes my contradiction. Okay, they were practicing in the performance hall. I love this. That animation was amazing. That must be the room where Albie I saw when and I saw her benevolence dancing.
However, Mr. Payne, I admit one detail troubles me.
Ask away, your majesty.
It's a big temple. The performance hall and the treasure room are quite far from each other. Could the song really be heard all the way in the treasure room?
I like that he's questioning stuff. That's good, right? That's definitely good that he's questioning stuff. It's better than nothing, for sure. He's right. It's a very big temple. Well, how about it, Mr. Payne? No, it's good the judge is starting to ask questions.
Your Majesty, have you forgotten? There are speakers in every room of the temple. The temple includes a treasure room.
There's speakers in every single room? Okay, so they want us to remember this, by the way. They want to remember there's speakers in every single room. Okay. That's good to know.
That's right.
Speakers? For what purpose?
Are you serious, Mr. Wright? They're to broadcast the sacred music of the performance hall throughout the temple.
That's why the victim could hear the song of the ceremony in the séance vision. It was the practice run going on in the performance hall, heard over the speakers. I mean, that does make sense that you would hear through the speakers, but there's a reason why they brought up speakers, right? There's a reason why they brought it up for our sake as well.
Thank you for your explanation, your benevolence. That makes perfect sense, even to a feeble-minded old man like me.
No, I'm so happy that you're asking questions. I am. It's really good. It's much better than before. Think nothing of it.
Now, if you wouldn't mind, could you please alter your insight for us?
Oh, it's like a cross-examination as well. Very well. So we have to find more, like, things to kind of, like, look at. So the accused swung when it... Okay. The song of ceremony victim heard was... Okay, so that's that. Okay, that makes... It's like a cross-examination, but, like, with cool new UI. Look at this. I love the artwork of this. And a new mechanic. I think I'm getting the hang of this. If I point out an inconsistency, she'll update her insights accordingly. So if I keep pointing things out, maybe I can knock all of her insights out after all. I better find another inconsistency, no matter how small. Yeah, that's always the case. I think it's always a good thing. Even if it's not that big, knocking it out is important. Look at the fear in this kid's eyes. It's a bit hard to focus on the insights with the seance vision going. I'll try using pause. X to temporarily stop the vision. That's good, okay. There I pause the vision. So then we can go through all the different statements. I think I can use circle and square to jump to different parts of the vision. I'll try moving the automaton mark to the flashing red panel here. Okay. So fast forward. Okay. Now that I know I can get around the seance visions, it's time to find inconsistencies between the insights and the vision. This is actually going to be a very cool mechanic, isn't it? It's going to be very fun. Love the, like, very fluttery, like, kind of like, what would you call, like mysterious kind of investigation music. The accused swung whatever he was holding down on the victim's head. Okay. The accused... Oh, no, I didn't mean to pause. Sorry. It's what is again? It's this one, yeah. With the pain, the victim's vision went dark. This is when he lost his life. Okay. The song of the ceremony the victim was heard was on the practice temple to the speakers. That's the 3 statements. Okay. But what is what is the inconsistency we can see here? The youth swung whatever he's holding over his head. With the pain, the victim's vision went dark. This is when he lost his life. The song of the ceremony's victim was heard on the practice run through the temple speakers. Let's go. Let's judge by all the text we have on the screen. So the accused swung whatever the victim's holding. I don't think it's this, right? Because it's like, how can we prove this wrong through incense or the boy's voice? Song of ceremony we already used on this one, right? But we can maybe use it again. So is this a feeling of pain, by the way? Not actually like it's not a sound of pain, it's a feeling of pain. Which would relate to this. With the pain, the victim's vision went dark. No. Ah, yes, now I see it. So it is, in fact, this. But it's the fact that he felt pain after it went dark. Ah, okay, I get it. Yeah, he felt pain after it went dark. Right? With the pain, the victim's vision went dark. So it was pain after the vision went dark.
Objection!
Yeah. Okay, good. Very cool. Love this mechanic. Love it a lot. You're saying the victim's field of vision went dark right after he was struck, correct? Of course, as anyone with eyes can see. Well, we saw something different there. Now, in fairness, it did take us a bit of looking to see this as well, you know? Well, pardon me, but I must disagree. What? Your benevolence, please take another look at the exact moment the victim felt pain. Oh, she sees it too now. Again, we missed it for a second as well, for sure. Everything goes black, then, only after that, the victim feels the pain. Inconceivable. This places the order of events at odds with what you say happened. My word! Oh, look at this. We've never seen it like this before. A little bit shook, right?
What is the meaning of this?
I cannot be wrong. My insights are beyond fallacy.
If what the defense says is true, this is a very grave matter indeed. Please forgive me, your benevolence, but I'm afraid this contradiction is something we simply can't ignore at all.
You can't, of course.
Objection!
Oh, Mr. O'Payne's getting into this as well. That's the first time we saw her shook. It's an important moment in any trial. Now then, let's not be too hasty, Your Majesty. I think I can clear this up. Okay?
You have something to add, Mr. Payne?
1,000 apologies. It seems the prosecution has failed to make one tiny thing clear.
And that will be...
On the day of the incident, there was a power outage.
Wait, what? And it went pitch black?
As I recall, the crime scene was in that sector.
Can we take a look at the vision again?
The power outage must be why the victim's field of vision went dark.
Do you have any proof that there was a power outage? Do you have any reports, anything?
I apologize for the neglecting to tell the court this detail.
Can you show us some documentation? Because if there is a power outage, usually there's a report or something afterwards. Can you show us this at all?
I'm afraid it slipped my mind.
Or rather, you knew all along and are only letting it slip now that it's convenient. That it's convenient pain.
The power outage knocked out both lights and the speakers.
Wait. Show us. Do you think? Because again, the speakers. If the speakers are still on during the dark part, then we know that that's a lie. Oh, there was a blackout. Was there? Well, now, that explains everything, does it not?
What do you mean, your benevolence?
She's saying it went dark because it was a blackout, not because of the pain.
Please share your thoughts with us, if you would.
The blackout occurred when the accused and the victim were faced with one another. Fearing the victim would flee under the cover of darkness, the accused swiftly brought his weapon down on the victim's head.
I see that makes perfect sense, your benevolence.
Oh dear Lord. So the victim was struck after the lights went out. I want to see it because of the speakers. There was still other text there, but the speakers were still on during that blackout, and we're going to see it in the actual vision itself. We're going to see it.
The depths of your insight is awe-inspiring, your benevolence. Give her a hand, everyone.
And again, this idea of it reaffirms the belief in her as well. It makes everyone in the courtroom go, oh, of course, because there was a moment where she was shook. You know what I mean? And now we're back to this. Hey, I want to live long and prosper too. Enough applause. You flatter me.
Now, your benevolence, in light of this new information.
Yes, of course. I will alter my insight. Oh my God. And we're going to, we have to see this again. I know if what I think is about to happen is what to happen, then we're going to have to check it out again, because if the noise is still on during the blackout, then it's over, right? Then we know for sure there's so many inconsistencies. One can safely assume the accused struck the victim the moment the blackout began. The song of the ceremony the victim heard was a practice run through the temple speakers. So much for inconsistency. Well, we got this. Again, I think this is where they're going with this. It has to be, right? It has to be. At least I was able to draw out some new info. Of course, yes. And this is if this is the case, if they lied about the blackout, that shows there's a big inconsistency there, for sure. And the new info comes as a chance to find new inconsistencies. Now compare the insights with the vision again and see what else I can dig up. I'm going right to here. There you go. Right there. The song was still playing in the blackout. Yes, I finally found it. This is the gaping hole I've been looking for. Love it. Love that they set it up so well with the speakers, making you focus on the speakers. That's good game design. To this whole thing, they were like, speakers, focus on the speakers. They even had an orange text. It was going to be the breakthrough moment in this as well. But not the entire breakthrough moment. There's going to be other moments too, I say, that are breakthrough moments. Your benevolence, as impressive as your spirit communion power is, it's not infallible. You never know when to stop talking, do you? Oh my God. I hope you realize your words are an insult to all adherents of Kuderanism. And again, she's bringing this up again. While I totally believes that she believes what she's saying, it's also again, it's going to make the court kind of be like, oh yeah, it is.
Defense, watch what you say. If you don't mind your tongue of yours, you won't have one left of mine.
So saying you're going to cut out our tongue. Cut out our tongue. He's like, I don't care. It's certainly not my intention to insult spirit mediums. Yes, exactly. We know spirit mediums. We adore a spirit medium. We talked about using magic before. You know what I mean? Like Maya's training here. Pearls, But the truth is, when it comes to those spirit medium stuff, we never, ever rely on that solely for like everything. You have to find evidence. You have to find a reasoning behind it. If Pearls came in and said to us, I had a vision that someone killed this other person, we're still going to have to find the evidence for it. But maybe I'm not the one who needs to learn when to stop talking. Oh my God, Phoenix. What, malarkey? I believe you said a few moments ago that the victim could hear the song of the ceremony thanks to the temple speakers. Oh my God, Phoenix. Phoenix is gonna freaking... Yes. This is awesome. But then how do you explain how the victim could still hear the song of the ceremony even after the power was out? Oh. This is a contradiction of facts, can only mean that the song of the ceremony Mr. Earl heard was not coming from the speakers. So, I didn't even think of it that way. And this music as well, that music that makes us feel so confident. It's great. It's always great to hear a music like this. Again, this track is very oh my God, that violin as well. It reaffirms your position, right? It makes you feel really good. It makes you feel like you're doing something good. So I thought that what was going to happen was we were going to be like, well, you're lying again. Just point out the inconsistency, that it still was a practice round, but the blackout didn't happen. What they're actually saying here was that no, the whole thing is a lie. The song of the ceremony was not coming from the speakers whatsoever.
Impossible.
What are you saying? Which means whatever room he was in was actually closer to the song of the ceremony? That song you heard was coming directly from the performance hall. That's exactly what I'm saying. It's the only possible explanation, so it had to be close by, right? But the scene of the crime was nowhere near the performance hall. Yep, so it must have been closer. So do you think it was in like, the chamber maybe? Or something like that as well? Or maybe even there on the stairs there. Look at the stairs there. This music, man, it makes you feel so good. Right. The song couldn't make it all the way to the treasure room. Not unless... You mean to say... Yes, the treasure room was not the actual scene of the crime. It must have been somewhere else, somewhere close to the performance hall. What? Oh my god, getting to see pain like that? You can't be serious. There was a glaring contradiction in the claims of benevolence in the prosecution. Can I say as well, this court case became us against everybody, 100%. And that's why it feels even better for Phoenix to be like a one-man wrecking crew here, fighting back against everybody. It feels so freaking good, fighting for what's right here. Therefore, the defense insists that this case be thoroughly re-examined. What? No. Oh, again, it's rare to see like this only twice now. It's completely unprecedented. An inconsistency in our benevolence's insights. Unbelievable. Oh my god, yeah, that probably never happens at all, ever. He said unprecedented. Heed not his forked tongue, your majesty. These are but the claims of a corrupt lawyer. A feeble ruse from a feeble mind.
But the contradiction revealed by the defense is undeniable. I can't. We can't. We can't just turn a blind eye to it.
Yes, Judge. I love this. He started questioning things. Remember he did? Now he's kind of like, no, we can't just turn away from this. Appreciate it. Appreciate it so much, Judge. Thank you so much.
But defense search in the end is meaningless.
Why? How's it meaningless? The whole guilty verdict is based on this divination. If the divination is not completely accurate and has inconsistencies, you can't put someone away to death for that.
Even the location of murder turned out to be different.
That changes everything. In any other case, that would change everything. If you were in any other murder case, if you said the murder happened at City Hall versus the murder happened in under a bridge, it changes everything.
It doesn't change what we've seen at the moment of the murder.
It does, because it changed who would have seen it, who would have heard it, where it was, what access people had to certain rooms, what the location of the stairs was, what the angle was. It changes everything. The scene of a murder changes everything. It changes the escape routes for some people. It changes the you know, if you have a room with a vent in it versus a room with no ways to get out, it changes the way you figure out how the killer got out of there, you know? Indeed, the accused is standing right there in front of the victim. Furthermore, the murder weapon remains raised above his head. We can't even see the murder weapon in the divination either. Wayne says still stand. Yeah, you'd love for them to still stand. I hate to admit it, but she's right. No, but I don't agree. I don't agree personally. I know what she's saying. What she's saying is that like it's still like it was still a showcase of him holding a weapon over his head and then paying a scene in the divination, right? We see that. But I do think that I know it's not every courtroom. This isn't every courtroom. This is different. The location changes everything. You kill someone in a subway versus a train even, it's different. The seance vision still makes the situation look really, really grim for Albie, yet at least we have inconsistencies.
I doubt even the defense can dream of an explanation as to why the accused has his hands over his head.
So that's going to be the next point. That's going to be the big next point. Well, this defense dares to dream of making out of this nightmare alive. Yeah, honestly.
You what?
You still insist on trying to tear down my insights? Do you? You'd be better prepared to back up your claim. Remember what will happen to that tongue of yours if we find you are just wagging it. Of course I can back up my claim. Just as soon as I think of something. Honestly, that's very classic Phoenix.
You appear to be fully prepared, defense. As the embodiment of this court, I give you permission to try and prove your claim.
Judge, I'm starting to like you more and more. Let's go. He's getting new information. He's realizing something's inconsistent, and he's going along with that. That's better than nothing.
As long as you're willing to stake your life on it.
That's also not good, though. I concur, your majesty. Prepare the tongue shears. Oh my god. Not the tongue shears.
Let's have a bailiff fetch them.
Well, you're actually gonna do this now?
I think I saw a suitable pair in the basement. Chop chop.
They keep saying chop chop. Stop. I heard that lying lawyers have several tongues to spare. I'm sure you will miss one. Like, these people are actually serious. I'm not attached to my tongue. Think, Phoenix, think. Or other than to raise a weapon, why would Albie have his hands raised like that? Oh my god, Phoenix! He wasn't distressed. Maybe he was literally... Wait. What if someone was threatening both of them? Oh, sorry, I hit the mic, guys. What if someone was threatening both of them and, like, he was holding his hands up? The reason the defendant had his hands up above his head can be explained by something in the crime photo. What? What do you mean? The gun? What explains why Albie had his hands raised above his head? The gun. Did he maybe pointed a gun at him thinking that he was doing something wrong?
Take that!
Oh my god, as in the séance vision. I witnessed the defendant raise both of his hands over his head yesterday.
You did? Where did you see such a thing?
When the police had their guns trained on them as they made their arrest.
Are you saying...
The victim was a security guard, and an armed one at that. The defense proposes that the victim had pointed his firearm at Albie. And that's why the defendant's hands were raised in the air, and he did look distressed. He looked really scared.
Oh my god, she's fainting now? She fainted very gracefully though. Like she was dancing even then.
Oh my god, someone lift her up, like, at least. I know she's, like, trying to put us to death, but, like, yeah, I suppose she's trying to put us to death. Maybe I shouldn't be too concerned.
Who would have thought the seance vision could be interrupted that way?
It's just that, man, she hit her head off the ground, that'd be painful. This is not possible. It can't be. Not bad for a total knockout. Yeah, we were on the ropes. How dare that loyal devil go against their benevolence? He's no better than the traitor snake Durek. Traitor snake Durek? Who's that? No, I can't believe it. A contradiction in one of my insights. There has to be some kind of mistake. I won't accept it. And again, the crowd is thinking we're being treacherous right now. We're thinking we're being treacherous.
That's right, your beloveds, and I won't accept it either. It goes against all we hold sacred. Throw him in jail immediately, you'll release your majesty.
What? Yeah, you said it. Throw him in jail.
Yes, make him pay for the way we disrespected their benevolence.
These people are definitely not my fans right now. Not at all. The opposite. The absolute opposite.
That's right, exterminate.
Oh my god, the call for extermination. It's brutal.
Peace, give me peace. I said peace! Now everyone please calm down.
Is he?
Your Majesty, please assign this blackguard attorney a suitable punishment.
Judge. Oh my god, Judge. No, I can't charge him with least majesty. Is that what's called least majesty? What? What? But why not, your majesty?
He was simply following the proper procedure for defending...
Oh my god. I love this. I love showing this judge slowly getting it. You know what I mean? Slowly but surely getting it. That's so awesome. There's nothing unlawful about that at all.
But your Majesty, don't you want to wrap up this trial quickly? Why don't I just give you a verdict? Then you could go home and make it up to your wife.
No, man, don't try to manipulate this. This judge is taking his job seriously now.
I can't end the trial now. No, we just learned new information about the case.
I actually am growing to like him a lot. I know he's still is ingrained in the idea of trying to kill us and stuff, I guess, too. But this is such a good way of showcasing that we can trust this judge in the future. He sees the evidence. He's seen so many new things in the case. And he now wants us to actually try and find out what's wrong here. He's learning. He's learning about this stuff. Your Majesty, not you too. He is following the rules. You would honestly entertain the idea that my insights contain contradiction. The way she's phrasing it is very manipulative, by the way. I don't know if she's doing it intentionally, but it's very manipulative to be you would entertain the fact that, instead of saying, you're honestly going to give him a chance, she's saying, you would entertain the idea that I'm wrong. It's not like you're giving him a chance to be right. It's you're saying I'm wrong.
Truly, it is shocking. In the 20 plus years since the DC Act went into effect, such thing has never occurred. I wonder why. To be honest, I didn't want to believe it either. But with his life on the line, the defense point out...
Yes, that's the thing. He's still fighting even though he's going to die.
And it's our duty to scrutinize it to the satisfaction of the law.
Oh my god, I'm in love with this judge right now. I know he's not perfect. I know he's still like was threatening our life, but I think that's good. I think we should point out the good things when good things happen. Right? He is pointing out the fact that there's new information, we're learning new information, and he learned new information, and now he wants to like make sure that we get the fairest trial possible. You dare go against the royal priestess? You again, manipulation.
No, my faith is as strong as ever. But I have a duty to make a fair ruling in this trial.
Yes, and I think he's showing a better show of faith than anyone in the crowd and anyone in the stalls, and Rafa herself, because faith is believing, right? And believing isn't just blindly just being like, oh yeah, just accepting whatever. Faith is like having a belief in something, and the belief that he has is that like, and I would say this is a bigger source of belief to me than anything else. Like if you're someone who believes in ghosts, for example, and you have such faith in ghosts, if someone tries to disprove a ghost exists, you're going to want that to happen. Because that will either strengthen your faith if they can't prove why some stuff happened, or, yeah, it might make you look silly, but again, as long as you understand that it's like, hey, I'm willing to be disproven. And in this case, it's like, yeah, if we keep going with this trial, we will definitively find out that that the divination is true. That's more of a belief to me than like not wanting to go through with this. Because you're trying to showcase the idea that like, I want to prove that this is real.
You insist on interfering with that process, your benevolence?
What? I'm afraid I must request your removal. Oh my god, royal priestess or not. Huge deal. I'll have you know, no. Your benevolence. I'm really starting to like this judge. This is an honest and healthy showcase of faith to me. You know what I mean? The idea of like, I want to prove it's real then. I'm not saying that's exactly what he wants, but it's like, that's how it would work.
Please acquiesce in this for your benevolence.
If looks could kill, I won't forget this offense, barbed head. I do not admit defeat. I won't. He said I will remove you from the court. Well, he's doing it. He's saying, get out of here. Your Merton will face due retribution in Twilight Realm. The demons there they'll pluck the bobs right out of your stupid head. Oh my god, the brutality of her. She's always so brutal. I hope your suffering will be super duper painful. As she's saying it as she's getting carried out. And I hope they throw you in a lake of burning fire. And then. She's very worked up about it. Honestly, incredible scene. I guess she's still just a teenager after all. Yeah, she's like, do they have her age here? Ah, Jesus Christ. I'm going, what? I knew she looked younger, but like what? There's no way in hell. I don't mean to insult teenagers. I'm not saying that whatsoever. You guys know I wouldn't do that, like to insult any like age group or whatever. But like, it's one of those situations where like, she shouldn't be in this position, just like he shouldn't be in this position, right? She shouldn't be in this position whatsoever. She should be having fun, doing fun stuff, presiding over who lives and dies, and she's been doing this for years. Let's just say what this case is and why it's messed up. A 14-year-old, Rafa, is deciding whether a 9-year-old dies. That's what this was. With the 56-year-old egging him on.
Now then, defense. Mr. Light, was it? Mr. Wright it is.
That's right, Your Majesty. Phoenix Wright.
Of course, Mr. Wright. My apologies.
Oh, my apologies with this judge, man.
Well, now that we have this newly uncovered fact, I suggest we proceed with the arguments.
This is where we're going to end this video here, guys. This episode here. All I can say is this. This was a absolutely amazing time. Like, the moments already, like, this is the first trial and already we had, like, so many, like, incredible moments. Like, the moment when we found out the inconsistencies amongst all the séance, and we kept poking inconsistency there. There's that feeling that you get in Phoenix Wright and Ace Attorney games that makes your heart pound, right? It makes you, like, go crazy. Like it's happened in every Ace Attorney game we played. When you push back on something and they play that, like, whatever music they have for that specific game, There's a feeling of like a mini triumph where you feel like you're more motivated to go forward. You feel like you can do this. And again, I talked about reaffirming music, reaffirming that we can do this, reaffirming why we are a lawyer, all this stuff. And I love those moments. You can see the shakiness in Rafa where she's kind of like, oh my God, like, and again, now knowing that she's 14, it makes sense why she's shaky. Like she's following this doctrine that's been put on her as well. And the idea of like going against that is like, again, there's no element of like an adult here talking to us being like, oh, I see what you're talking about. It's a 14-year-old who's been told since for the beginning of her freaking life, probably what she's going to be. You're going to be this. You have to decide this, believe in this, or you're going to be in the Twilight realm, getting plucked by demons or whatever. Like it's, as soon as I realized that, because here's the thing, when I saw her, like, obviously she looked younger. First I thought she was Maya for a second just because I saw the black hair, but then I was like, no, it's not Maya because, like, different features, like, it looked different. She looked different. But I think it's, even on top of that, it's like she did look younger, but, like, I didn't expect to be, like, so young. Like, that means this whole life has been put on her, and she is, like, and even if she was, like, I want to say, even if she was, like, 18, it would have still been put on her, would have been a great thing as well in the world, but, like, what's happening here is a 14-year-old deciding like a 9-year-old's fate. But yeah, the other amazing moment here as well, I love the moment of when we say even if we'll die. Which, by the way, the law is crazy. We talked about the law already. The idea that if you defend a lawyer and defend the defendant and they're found guilty, you get the same punishment. Is a surefire way, as you said, just end of. It's a surefire way to discourage anyone from defending anybody. People have talked about that in real life as well, by the way, all the time. And it's one of those things where they go, if you defended someone who's found guilty, then you should be given a sentence too. That would literally make every single defense lawyer in the history of the world not want to defend anybody. It would be the end, right? Because there's a possibility of you becoming, if you getting 2 years in prison, for example, for defending someone who like you think is guilty, right? Or who might be guilty. Then what's going to happen is, it's not only, yes, you will discourage people from defending people who they know is wrong, but then also like, Billy Bob from, Texas, who was wrongly accused of a hit and run, is not going to have any defense lawyer because no one's going to want to defend him. And you could argue that, well, then the court case might be thrown out and stuff like this too. Yeah, but like it would just change the system. If no one becomes a defense lawyer, it would just change the system to what happened here. You know what I mean? Not exactly what happened here, but you know what I mean? It would change the system where they'd have to come up with a new... It would change the whole system because no one's going to want to become a defense lawyer. Right? And that's what's happened here. No one wants to be a defense lawyer, so no one's defending anybody. When I said like the culture that's here, I think it's more like I was gonna say like it's maybe to do with religion, but I think it's a mixture of the religion and social stuff, where someone betrayed them and some lawyer did something. They said, what was the name again? I forget the name. They just did something wrong, and now I was just checking the recording, and now like they see all defense lawyers as evil. And even in these moments where like we're talking back, we're actually making good points, everyone's still chanting for our demise and our death. And the reason why that's like ultraly terrifying is because like we've never had a situation where there's like people like calling for our blood like this, calling for our tongue to be chopped out. It's a totally different situation. And it is because their devotion to this religion. The idea that their benevolence, Rafa, could ever be wrong makes them go into a bloody, like seeing red state where they want us to die. Now, as you guys know, I'll never insult people's culture. I'd never insult people's way of living and all this stuff too. Everyone has different cultures and religions and stuff like this as well. You guys know I never would do that. I'm not religious myself, you know what I mean? I'm not. But I think one of those situations here that's happening here is that it's more of like a religion that has like some beautiful aspects to it. Like we saw that spiritual dance, gorgeous. Like the designs, like even like the cultural stuff here, like the different designs on the walls, the pool, the colors, they're all so gorgeous. The architecture, it's also pretty, it's stunning. That's obviously the cultural stuff is so beautiful. But then I think what's happened over time is that the dependence on this kind of like religion has gone to a point where like they depend on it for absolutely everything. So now this religion is deciding the fate of both lawyers and the people involved. And now they have a 9-year-old on trial basically telling him that they're going to put him to death and his lawyer. It's so ingrained in the culture of this place that lawyers are bad that even our own defendant got upset that we didn't tell him we were a lawyer. That's how bad it is. I'm going to save your life. You didn't tell me you're a lawyer. But that's what he... And this kid knew about all this lawyer stuff before because he even tried to stop us from becoming lawyers so we wouldn't die. But that was one of the most amazing moments of our character being like, I don't care if I die, I'm going to do this. And I talked about this in the video, but I'll talk about it briefly again. It was the same with Renosuke. It was the same with Athena. It's the same with Apollo. But I think if I could say, like, I think the biggest moment that happened there was Apollo, you know, in previous games trying to, like, you know, get that feeling of, like, please prove to me that, like, being a lawyer is a good thing. Please prove to me that, like, you know, even he wanted to be proved wrong, even, like, to reaffirm his own love as being a lawyer as well. It was such a beautiful moment. And you remember that scene as well. If you haven't seen it, if you're watching this first time with me for the first time, please go back and check out that other playthrough if you can. I love Dual Destinies and I love Apollo Justice. But it is one of those things where, like, that's been a big idea throughout the entire series, and especially in Dual Destinies. I think it's a big theme of Dual Destinies from the beginning, which is, why did I become a lawyer? Apollo having struggles with becoming a lawyer, Phoenix trying to, like, you know, become that lawyer again, Athena then also being a new fresh lawyer who's discovering her love for being a lawyer. And it's like this, I want to find out why I did this. And Phoenix once again reaffirming that here, which is, I will die for my client here. Because I know for a fact that if he said no today and decided to leave the courtroom and leave this kid, he will never look at him the same. He dies that day. He dies. The Phoenix Wright that we know dies that day. And not only that, Maya will want him alive. So will Trucy, right? So will Pearls. So will every character that loves him. Apollo will want him alive too. Athena will want him alive too. They'll all want him alive. But always in the back of their mind, they're going to think, man, I guess we're not lawyers to the end. And again, I understand that, like, you know, if someone says, like, you're going to die if you defend this person and you lose, you wouldn't pull it against someone to be like, yeah, I don't want to do this, man. But I think in this case, for Phoenix Wright, this is like one of the biggest moments ever for him, because it is, again, a reaffirmation of why he became a lawyer, and he said that there himself. Yeah, some amazing moments. I love the way that the new mechanic with the seance stuff and, like, finding inconsistency there. The cross-examination stuff already obviously is very, like, tutorial-esque, so we're getting through, like, some stuff there too that's not, like, too serious. I love the judge kind of, like, realizing over time that, like, he is a judge and, like, that he has a job to do. I love that. I appreciate that. I can appreciate someone who, like, within the course of basically an hour realizes, okay, maybe I was wrong, and this is, like, it's not right to put this kid away, to the point that he, like, tells, like, you know, the kid, or tells the other kid, I guess, Rafa, to get out of the courtroom. And in that sense too, like, I think, again, as I said, that's a show of faith. It's a show of faith. You know, prove me wrong so that I can be right. Try and prove me wrong so that we can believe this religion is right. If he can defend the divinations to the point that they are right, then they're even more emboldened in our culture, right? They're even more emboldened. But if you can't do that, then, like, what are we believing in? To me, that's faith. And you can say, well, faith is believing in something without any questioning. I don't think he's questioning it. I think he's questioning this trial. He's questioning, like, the inconsistencies, while also at the same time too, the inconsistencies, if they're proven not to be inconsistent and you're proving that the divination was actually true and this kid actually killed someone, then what we prove then is that the divinations are right in a way that is a true show of faith. That's what I'm saying. That's a true show of faith to prove that they're right. I could talk about this for hours. This was an amazing group of moments. So exciting, so exhilarating. Love the changes in characters. I think what we learned so far about these characters, like in terms of Rafa as a character, who is, like, the kind of, like, center stage character this time around. Rafe is a character who, like, clearly, like, was so young and so, like had this life for so long. She's so kind of, like, she's biting, and she's very, like sharp and stuff, I guess, too. But she's not totally, like, you know, this benevolent person that she kind of portrays, because, again, she's a kid. And clearly this lifestyle was put on her too, which is why, like, I feel really bad when I found out she was, like, 14. And it's one of those situations that, like, when we're talking to Rafa, you can see that those childish moments as well. I'm not saying, like, you know, like, it's like she's not smart or whatever, like, but you can see the moments where, like, as soon as her faith is shook, you know what I mean? It's shaking her head and going, no, and the sweating and all this stuff too. There's, like, you know, and then she needs to get her composure back, which again happens with other, like, adult defendants too, but you know what I'm saying. But it is an interesting thing to see where her journey is going to go as well, if we're going to see her more in this game too. I'm actually very excited to see where that story goes. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for supporting the series. The next episode of this will be out on Monday. No, it's not Monday. It's Thursday. This is Monday, right? This is Monday. So next episode will be out on Thursday. So it'll be every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. Yeah, so Saturday, Monday, Thursday. So that's when you're going to see all the videos. And basically what's going to happen is, with the length of the videos, they usually will be an hour long. But in times like this, like, there was, like, it's, if we can't stop, I'm not going to stop. You know what I mean? We're going to have awkward stops sometimes, but I don't want to, like, stop just completely on a place that, like, doesn't make sense to stop. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this episode. Thank you guys for supporting me. Thank you guys for supporting the series. I haven't seen the reaction to the first video yet, so I have no idea what's happening with that. If you guys liked it or not, but thank you so much to Tyfire2, Jamie Bull, Johnny the Banana, The Ghost of Yuzuma, Felicius Felix, Yuri, Radish and Usta, Lynx Markey, Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Leon, Hike Experian, Jared Beanum, and at the highest tier of my YouTube, RoarGamer7, Blasco, and Lucinagi. And I'll see you all so soon. Bye bye.